Once again, you all are welcome my channel. Actually, on the request of several, my students, they asked me to, make some videos on MATLAB. So I decided to, come up with a one playlist where I will tell you the MATLAB from the scratch. S- Uh, without wasting time, let us start this video. And before starting this video, let me tell you what is MATLAB exactly. MATLAB is a matrix, laboratory, and it is one of the versatile tool which is used, across all the discipline of engineering, ranging from the civil, electrical, electronics, mechanical, and all. So in MATLAB, you can do, all kind of mathematical modeling. Not only and one very beautiful feature of the MATLAB is that it is based on only matrix calculation. So it basically uh, made the arrays, mathematical arrays of that particular calculation that you want to do, and it do all the calculation through matrices. One thing. Another thing I would like to mention over here is in MATLAB there are two packages. It is come up with the two major packages. One is what we call Simulink, and another is what we call MATLAB. In MATLAB, the Simulink is one of the GUI based tool in which you can just you have to connect the blocks to get an desired output. But in MATLAB, if you want to do certain coding part, you can do it, the coding also in a MATLAB using M file. So we will, explore all the things from the basics to the end, and I hope this playlist will helpful for all those who are, beginner in the MATLAB. And I already mentioned this is a tool which is, versatile, and it is used widely across the world for doing, mathematical modeling of many things, almost in all discipline of the engineering. So without wasting time, let us start this video and we'll see how this MATLAB will work. So I'm see this is the uh, one thing more I would like to mention over here is that this is a MATLAB version 17, and we are working in this. So this is the file that you have to first of all go to the file and open it, and I named it with the MATLAB 1.m. So this is here you can do several calculations, and in fact there is a command window also. It is just like a calculator. You can put any function over here to get the desired output. So here let us start with this. Here I am taking x as a variable ranging from 0 to 100 with the 5 as an interval. It means it starts with from 0 to 100, and with the 5 unit gap in between them. So let us put this value x into the y and plot x y. So plot is a command which is used to draw the graph between x and y. Once you do this, you just have to click on the run. Once you run it, you see you will get a plot of x and y. This is a x which is this. There is one very important point I have to mention. Whether you took that interval, it will by default it will take 10, gap of 10. So by default it will take the gap of 10, 0, 10, 20, 30. So whether you took 5 or any other number, you will always have a graph with, let us see, I'll take it 10. So definitely the same graph will come. We'll see once I run this. You see the same graph will come, because by default there is a you will get a interval of 10. Okay, if you want to see it with 20, so let's do it 20 and just run it again. Again it will gives you a by default value of it is taking the by default value of 10. So I hope you understand. So whether you change it, yeah, you see I'll change one more thing over here. I am taking it, starting it from minus 100 to 100, and this time I am taking, so you see definitely the graph will come from minus 100 to 100, you see. And there is a there is a gap of 20, 20. So the same way you can you can generate a graph of any number range from, let us say, from 1000 to 1000. We will see. I just want to tell it, just because, see, minus 1000 to the 1000, and this time it will divide it into this, divide the whole group into by 5. So 2000 divided by 5, it will give you to 200, nearly 100. 2000 divided by 5. So now if you want to see the graph of x raised to power 2, you have to just do it x dot raised to power 2. Then you have plot like x square, which is a parabola. So this is a simple, through this I will just want to say you can give the range of the numbers, any numbers, and then what so kind of graph you want to draw. You just put it in the y, and you can have the graphs like that. So it is very easy. So I just want to started with the programming from here, because graph is one of the most important. We have several times we have an expressions, and we want to draw the graph corresponding to that expression. So this is one of the one very very important thing is, you must have to place dot after the x. This is just because needed, just because it is raised to power 2. If you do not place dot, it will gives you an error. So I hope you all understand how these kind of graphs we can draw. And plot command, mind it, it is very important. Plot command is used to just to plot the graph between x and y. So with this hope, I think everybody understand how to design a graph. So I am exploring some more graphs. You can see it, you can just do it for your own practice. Yeah, now this time I am plotting sin x from, and I am taking from 0 to 10, and 0.01 is the interval. So once I plot it, see, the sin x graph is there. This is a sin x graph. Because range is not selected carefully, that is why this kind of graph is coming. Let us plot it is with 0.01 and ranging from 0 to 10. Now we'll see, this is the graph of sin x. So range of the number that you are giving is very important. You have to very careful while plotting the range. So let us say after the sin x, I want to see the graph of cos x. You just have to write cos and run this. You will have graph of cos x. The only thing is the range you have to very carefully taken. Here I am taking from the range from 0 to 10 with the 0.01 interval. If you reduce this interval size, definitely you will have the different kind of graphs. The similarly for tan x, in the tan x you may have this kind of graph. So within the same range. So this is very important, and I would like everybody out of whosoever watching my video, they should have to try all the trigo function, at least sine, cos, tan, with they must have to know how to plot that. Now let us explore a little bit more. Now x label and y label. X label and y label is it is a command which is used to show the x-axis and y-axis name. I will show this once I okay, on y label I am writing sin of x, and on x label I am writing only x. And I also want to give the title of my graph. So title I am giving here the sin x. I'm just sin x graph. This is the title I would like to give to my figure. So once you give it, and one very important thing, whatsoever title you want to give, it must be in a colon. It must be in a commas, single commas. And similarly y label also you must have to be given in the commas. So whatsoever text you want to print, this is a very important, you have to give it in the commas. So once you run this, you see now there is a sine graph you are written here. X is on x label, y is on y label. I hope everybody understand how to do these kind of tricks. If you want y is equal to sin x, yes, so you may have anything you want to print, it will give it to you like this. So with this it is very easy to design a graphs using MATLAB. and I hope everybody understand this, how to design a sin x cos x graphs using MATLAB. So let us explore a little bit more with some yeah, you can see with the colors also you can change by plotting this. This is very simple. I hope every yeah, one very very important thing I would like to mention over here, the legend. The legend is a one of the command which is used to just see the different colors of the two graphs. If you want to plot sin x and cos x together, you may have sin x and cos x together with it, with the y and g color. So once I played it with the legend and see the graph, let's see. Okay, once I see sin x with the blue color and cos x with the red color. So this how can plot two graphs together to see the difference. Also you can see at the 0 the sin x has the minimum value and cos x has the maximum value. So yes, you can do it with pi. I am this time I'll take the range from 0 to pi by 2. Pi is written by pi, so pi is a pi. You have to just pi by 6 to the 2 pi, and from 0 you are going to start it. So this how you can have the different sin x and cos x graphs. So in this video I am just explaining the very very basic things of the MATLAB. With the upcoming videos I will explore the different functions and the different kinds of projects that we can made on the MATLAB. So stay tuned till I hope you like this video. We will come back with us we will come back soon with us new and innovative videos. Till then, stay tuned. Bye bye.